Way down yonder in Tennessee, we got Teacher Talk for free.
Teacher Talk is what it is.
All about the teacher's biz.
Living like there's no tomorrow.
We're here with Teacher Talk, and I'm your hostess, Alyssa Stevens,
I'm your co-host, Natalie Turpin.
and we're here with...
Miss Bounds.
So, Miss Bounds, we have a couple questions for you.
Okay.
Let's start off with, how long have you been working here?
This is my 16th year at Tullahoma High School. I came here in 2005. I've also taught in the state of Missouri and the state of Louisiana. So this is really my 24th year of teaching, my second career.
What made you choose to be an environmental science teacher?
Well, I taught that previously in Louisiana. I'm a very outdoors person, and that is one of my subjects that I enjoy teaching.
Okay. Have you always wanted to be a teacher?
Well, by chance, no, because I did 20 years of business. Then I decided one day I didn't want to do that anymore, so I took pre-med classes at LSU in Shreveport, Louisiana, where I lived for 25 years, and I decided to be a physician's assistant. And at that time, they were just opening up the new program in 1991, just like yesterday. And so I decided to do all the pre-med classes, and it's very hard to get into that school. So while I waited, I had my professor at LSU said, are you interested in teaching? I went, what? What? And I said, okay, I'll try it. I've been doing it ever since. I enjoy it.
What would you say you'd be doing right now if you weren't a teacher?
Going crazy. Because I'm used to working. I've worked a very long time, and I'm having a hard time with that R word called retirement. I don't want to retire. I got to be doing something.
Well, you've told various classes that you have a garden. How long have you been growing it?
How much? What? Say this again.
How long have you been growing your garden?
Oh, garden? Since well, I grew a garden in Louisiana for many years, and then we bought our farm in 2011. I've been growing vegetables and fruits ever since for probably about 10 years now.
Along with your garden, you two have been growing bees, correct?
Yes. Now, I went into the bee business because I got tired of taking allergy medicine, and I wanted to do the natural way, so I raise bees, and I also eat the honey to help with my allergies, and it has really helped. So I've been doing this. This is my 6th season in raising bees. Right now I have 6 hives, and this year in July we harvest our honey off of the frames, which that's where you get the honey off the particular frames that are put in boxes. This is an actual honeycomb that the bees have made, and the worker bees are female, so they actually put the honey in each one of these cells. Then you'll see a little bit of brood here. That's where the eggs are, because the worker bees only last 5 to 6 weeks, and they're all females. The queen is in charge, and her job is to lay eggs in every one of these cells. And as the eggs are hatched, the workers are life cycle is 5 to 6 weeks. She lays 1,000 to 2,000 eggs a day in every one of these cells. That's her job. And then they also produce a few drones, which are the males. And the male's job is when the female flies out in the spring, they fertilize her, and then they die instantly. And then they keep the sperm cells, and then she constantly lays the eggs to keep the hive going in the actual frames. And then what happens is her worker bees goes and gets the pollen grains and honey, and then their body seals it. They have wax components, and they seal this. So as they go, and then they work up the hive. Then we cut the wax off, which we make beeswax, and we put it in a machine that spins it at high RPM vertically and sling out the honey, and then I filter it, and then I bottle and label it and sell my honey. So, and eat it too. The best part is this on vanilla ice cream is awesome. That's my new taste.
Do you sell your honey at school?
Yes, 10 pound. This is 1 pound. Remember, thick fluid for $10. In other states are higher. When I was up in Alaska, when my son was up there, this bottle right here was $22 at the store, and it was 1 pound. So it depends on where you live. But yeah, we do this all at my house.
How much of a profit would you say you make off your honey?
Well, I harvest 160 pounds this year. Each year is different because those wonderful insects they have a mind of their own. They follow the queen, who emits a pheromone, which is a hormone. They follow her in her particular hive box and do all the work. Usually it's just a hobby, and for health purposes too. I'm really not out for making a whole bunch of money because we lose about 3 hives a year with the winter that we have here, and then I have to start all over again in the spring, and it takes a little bit of time. And so the bee population really is dwindling because they have mites and beetles in the hives that we always have to watch for. Wax moths sometimes go in there, and then you got to, or the queen stops laying, she gets old, and she only lasts a couple of years, and then you have to requeen. There's a lot of factors now for raising bees that is more detrimental to the hive, and if you don't have bees, you don't have food, because that's what they do. They make food for us, pollination. And so they are dwindling, and that's, I don't know what's going to happen, because we have other factors now that we have to pay attention to. And I'm in a bee club, and they keep us abreast with the information for all us beekeepers in the area, and we just kind of keep up with the information, do the best we can. And then I wear a bee suit, of course. This is my bee suit, and of course you don't want them. They always try to hit me. I can hear them, and they're hitting me. And then my gloves I wear. Make sure I'm fully clothed because I don't want to get stung, which I have, and it's not fun. But what I have learned in this process, I was on the lawnmower and riding close to the hive, and they were really agitated one day, and they come at me. I did not have a bee suit on. I got stung about 6 times. And so I had to get off the lawnmower. I had to go and get the stinger out because they have venom in their stinger, and if you don't get it out, it just keeps it emitting into your bloodstream. The actual stinger does, the poison. And then what happens is if you put, somebody told me if you put honey on it, which I did after I got the stinger out, I didn't have any pain the next day. So it does have other features for health reasons, and it did work. Because somebody told me, I said, I'm going to try that, and it did, it worked. I was like, I had them all, I had them everywhere, on my neck, my forehead, over here when I got stung, because it come right at my face, and then I had about 10 in my hair and had to hit them, smash them and get them out, because they somehow got in my hat and got up under my hair. They were mad that day, so I got too close to the hive.
How do you reduce the pain or the swelling?
This does, it has antibiotic products in the honey that actually draws the poison out. Remember, they make it so it does the reverse effect. It takes the poison out, so it does work.
All right, and that's very interesting. This will be our last question.
Okay.
When will you be retiring from?
I don't like that word. Well, my son and my mother have asked me, when are you going to retire? When are you going to retire? And I'm like, look, I got to find something to do. I'm not sitting at home in a rocking chair. I'm not sitting around. I don't sit around. I have never sit around. So once I figure out what other things I want to do, then maybe one day. I told myself I'm not ready yet, but you never know. I take one day at a time because I never know what my health's going to bring, and just keep on moving forward, because if you're in motion, keep on moving. It keeps you going a little bit longer than sitting around. So, no. I'm not doing that.
I actually have a question for myself. Would you like to explain your outfit today?
Yes. It's Halloween. And when I was at Wally World, that's what I call it, I said, oh, that's me. Here is my bee outfit. I can wear it on Halloween at school. So.
Are you participating in the contest, or just?
Well, they said only students, but, I just showed up because I felt like this is me.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you, Ms. Bounds, for coming here today. on Teacher Talk with your hostess, Alyssa Stevens, and
Co host Natalie Turpin.